So as an Army paratrooper, our job is to jump out of planes and go fight. Unfortunately, one bad jump, I broke my back and neck. And so bike riding for me is super important. I'm not limited in not being able to do it because of injuries. Just getting in that mindset of never giving up and continuously trying to go forward and push yourself.
I love to adventure, and the filmmaking and the photography allow me to capture those moments and helps for me to share it with other people. My name's Dan Redfield, and these are my photo ventures.
Somewhere in between graduating high school and starting college, I had asked my dad to come film. And it just happened to be that I asked them at our Sunday dinner. Grandma was over, my uncle was over, Papa was over, my mom, everyone was there. And so everyone loaded up in their cars and they all drove out to go watch Matt do some gnarly tricks and crash a lot. My old man, he was talking about, he was like, I can't believe how many times I'd watch you. He's 12 foot, I'm not lying, 12-foot quarter pipe. And he would fly out of it and then he would catch his tire on the top and then just slam 12 feet onto the ground. I don't know how he's still walking. And that day was really cool because that was the first day that everyone actually got to see like kind of the stuff that I was doing.
Before we hit the 2-mile downhill track, we need to brush up a little bit on our history.
Independence Mine is a super rad mine that stood up originally in the late 1800s.
210 people lived in this camp, and 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day, they were mining. And when they weren't, they were hanging out in Hatcher Pass, hunting, fishing, skiing. Once World War II started, they actually ended up shutting down the factory. If the factory is non-essential to the war, it's to be shut down, and then got restarted again after the war. Independence Mine was the second largest hard rock mine in the US. They pulled out, in the end, $15 million worth of gold. The operation ended in 1950, and it's really cool to see the amount of restoration that the state has put back into it. They had went in and fixed the foundations and made sure that these buildings were sound so that we can all enjoy them for plenty of years to come. Hey, I'm Matt Sanders. Some people call me the Sandman, other people call me the Powerhouse. and this is Alaska mountain biking.
What would you do if you had my life? Would you go hard just to have that ice? Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When the person cooking about to add that spice.
Make the back up, I saw that back tire get off the ground. Yeah.
Raising the belly of the beast.
Oh yeah.
Raising the belly of the beast. Raising the belly of the beast. I'm ready to go. That's all, bro.
No, I'm Matt Sanders.
What would you do if you had my life? Would you go hard just to have that ice?
And make the back up, back up.
Make them raising the belly of the beast. Raising the belly of the beast. I'm ready to go. Raising the belly of the beast. Raising the belly of the beast. I'm ready to go. That's all, bro.
Headed up to Summit Lake. Got to check out some beautiful scenery that was still snow-capped. There were a lot of ice sheets still stuck on the side of the mountain, and got to go on a little quick free ride down some muskeg and fall off the bike more than I was actually on it. So it was an interesting ride.
Dude's tough as nails, you know, fall and get back up, then fall, then get back up, and then fall and then get back up. And I mean, he just kept getting back up, so I'm gonna keep filming as long as you're gonna keep getting up.
So as an Army paratrooper, our job is to jump out of planes and go fight. Hands down, the best job you can have. You got paid to jump out of a plane and fight. Nothing else that I'd want to do. Unfortunately, one bad jump, which ended up ironically being my last jump, I broke my back and neck and got severely injured. And that injury caused the Army to say, you gotta go, man. Bunch of surgeries, had a bunch of discs replaced in my neck, destroyed my knees, yada, yada, yada. And my old man definitely instilled a lot of never giving up and continuously trying to go forward and push yourself. Mountain biking is low impact. I'm able to actually get out and get some cardio. And so bike riding, for me, is super important. I'm not limited in not being able to do it because of injuries. So this is the first time I ever got to ride 16 Mile. So I didn't know what to expect, and we didn't walk the trail before we filmed. We just went out and did it. And I went into this turn, literally folded the tire off the rim, what we would call a burp, because then it let out, it burped some air out.
As we were fixing his bike and getting him ready to go again, some of his friends said that they would show up. They ended up meeting us right on the trail.
Because watch, spin that wheel. It's not the wheel, it's the tire.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, it looks like it might have
The
been.
bead is just a little bit inside right there.
Oh, yeah.
Once we got his bike up and running again, then it was pretty much on. Full speed, all four of them, just riding down the mountain. They're definitely way skilled, a little psycho. Definitely no fear in these guys. The camera doesn't really do it justice. These guys were flying out there.
Your what?
Hyperextended.
My finger hyperextended. Oh.
He went over the bars. I had a really good view of it right here.
I got caught on one of these.
He got caught and he went right over and landed on his head.
Just swollen. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, let's ride. Actually, I gotta do this again. I gotta clean it.
The sun wasn't getting to us at all. It was lighting up the clouds a little bit, but it was dark where we were shooting. So one of the biggest things I was fighting was having a super hot, blown out sky and then a really dark foreground. The sky was starting to get some color in it and there were some clouds. So I wanted to keep that texture, but I also wanted to keep our riders in it too. So if I were to expose for just the riders, I would have blown out my sky and we would have lost all that detail. So by exposing for the sky, I can keep those elements in the composition and then raise up my shadows a little bit. The fireweed was absolutely amazing. We couldn't have picked a better time to go out there. That's one of the unique aspects of filming in Alaska is fireweed isn't available everywhere. So now I'm walking towards the next turn. Got my big pack on with the drone, all the camera gear. I'm exhausted though. At the end of the day, it was an awesome experience to be able to see what these guys do all the time and to be able to witness us riding. Like I said, you know, the camera just doesn't do it justice. These guys were flying and they were having fun, and because they were having fun, I was having fun, and it was just fun watching them. It was really cool to see the camaraderie between the group of guys. I guess they didn't really know each other. too much outside of the Facebook group, but fooled me. I figured that these guys were like longtime friends, and that just really kind of speaks to the group of mountain bikers up here. There is a level of respect that they all have for one another, and that was really cool to see. All right, you ready? This is redemption.
Yep. There you go.
Hey Matt, what are you doing?
Get my pump on. What's up, ladies?
I'd like to take you into my own personal room. This room is called the furnace room because I am too hot. Dude, those shorts, look at your leg. They say cameras make you 5 pounds, 10 pounds fatter, but man, your legs just look swollen then. Nice, bro. He works out. Look at them gains. Oh yeah.
Like, don't tell Matt this, because I don't think his ego needs it, but he's a freaking gnarly rider, man.
Yeah, this helmet is like 3 years old now. I don't know if I've ever washed anything on the inside of it. Probably should.
That's when Matt took his first bit the dirt, so to speak. I don't know if that's an expression. Is that an expression? Bite the dirt. Ate it. Ate the dirt. So Matt ate the dirt.
Bro, I've been wrecking since the day I was born. Came out and that doctor was smashing me across the head for just being so tough already. So.
Matt just wiped out again, super hard. Said he broke his thumb, but man, that dude's like fine china, man. So fragile. Just kidding, Matt.
Up, ready to ride?
So like the saying, man, you put yourself to sleep?
No, man, I didn't get knocked out, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Babo. Hi, Huxley. Love you guys. Thanks for letting me ride.